Okay, Chris B, you did make the stream on time. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Shira. Welcome, Kind Assassin. Have a sweet sleep with this. We are back. Kind Assassin is, again, busy, so she won't be hopping on this week. She'll probably come on next week. But we did our homework. We didn't lie to anyone. You all, fair and square. We picked out a couple of shows to give a chance to, which was Battlestar Galactica and The Last of Us. And we did. We watched some of them. So I will just talk for myself this week. And then when Kind Assassin's back on next week, she could talk about her feelings of the shows. Maybe I'll give it a couple more minutes. But we watched that. And then we watched What We Do in the Shadows because season 6 just came out last night. And I watched a couple episodes today. She watched one. I might watch the third one tomorrow. But I wish that Boomhauer was on because he was the one who picked Battlestar Galactica and won. I don't remember who chose The Last of Us, though. But when Boomhauer does eventually get on, I could talk about it again. But Chris said, BSG is fun, but not enough people are warned about it starting with the miniseries. Luckily, we did our research and we did start with the miniseries. And you know why? We were going through, I think it was Amazon Prime. I don't remember. Whatever was on. I think it was Prime. And we found the TV show first. And the Kind Assassin hit play. And the first thing you hear is previously on Battlestar Galactica or something like that. We immediately press pause. And we're like, that sounds weird. And then it made me think back, and I kind of remember that someone had told me, it probably was you guys in Boomhauer, that there was a miniseries that came before it. So we stopped it, and we watched the miniseries. I think we watched half of it one day, and then, the other half the second day. And then this was on, when was this? Maybe Thursday? I don't remember, actually. But we started The Last of Us last night? No, Sunday night, over the weekend. So we watched 3 episodes of The Last of Us in the miniseries of Battlestar. Shira says, just as long as it's not Lost, I have no love for that show. Kira, what's up? So I will say the Battlestar Galactica miniseries was really good. It was better than I had not hoped for. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I know it's 20 years old, and a lot of times when they do sci-fi that's that old on TV, because I think it was network, a lot of times the visual effects are garbage and it just looks stupid, like regardless of if the story is good, sometimes it just looks dumb. But they did a pretty good job holding up, I gotta say. Let's see. Matthias, or everyone's just chatting. So yeah, it was cool, and I doubt there's going to be spoilers because it's a 20-year-old show and you've all probably watched it. But it was so cool. I like the father-son aspect of the story. I mean, it's not groundbreaking, but it was cool to find out why that they were rifting. Because, well, the twist actually was cool because the son, I forgot his name, but the one who's alive, blames his father for putting his other brother in battle. And we were like, okay, that makes sense. Like, that's a reason enough for a son to be mad at a dad. And he kept saying, he didn't treat him any different. And I was thinking he's probably kind of lying because you would probably show nepotism to your son in that situation. But it was really a twist I wasn't expecting, that Starbuck was the one that passed the brother who wasn't ready. That was crazy. That was so cool. I mean, not cool that she did it, but it was cool that the son had been like not wanting to talk to his dad for so long because he thought it was him, and it was actually Starbuck who did it. And the father like never once ratted out Starbuck to say like, you should be mad at her. Like he still took full responsibility since he is the captain. God, it was so good. Lathea says, I really liked your community reaction yesterday. Sorry to get off topic a bit. Just had to say, no need to apologize here. Thank you very much. Let me just see which one that was. You might not like the one next week. You might unsubscribe from my channel. Um, but thank you. Chris says, yeah, it was the bomb on the Sci-Fi Channel. Everyone was talking about it. The original from the 70s follows the same storyline, kind of just less intense. Yeah, that was like the first bombshell. And then I mean, I'm slow when it comes to picking things up. So in the very first scene, when the Cylons meet the humans for the first time, and they have these once a year meetings, and it's been 40 years and they've never showed up, but they showed up this time, and it's the Cylons with the woman. My dumbass just thought that it was a human who kind of worked with them. I didn't catch on that the Cylons had now taken human form over the 40 years, so that's probably why they brought her there. So that was a pretty cool thing. And then, her and that Elon Musk type guy. And I'm sorry, I totally forgot a lot of these people's names. It takes me a lot of watches to remember. Where, he was just in it for the beautiful blonde and had no idea he was screwing his home world. Like, so manipulative. And then, like, him still seeing her because she must have either implanted something in his brain, but we haven't got far enough to figure out if it's just his subconscious or if it's really her. But like helping him to let him know, oh, that thing shouldn't be there. It's like a spying device, and then him doing those tests to figure out who the Cylon was, and leaving him on the ship. I mean, on the cargo hull. Like there was a lot of good stuff. The fights were cool. Like the fights with the ships, they didn't look bad. They looked really good. When the Cylons were attacking, it looked pretty cool. The lasers looked cool. Um, the Cylon ships looked a little bit like the Batman. What are they called? The not what is his plane? The Bat plane from Michael Keaton. The way it was like curved, so that was pretty cool. But all in all, I really liked it. It was really surprising, and especially the final twist at the end when they show they're like, all right, someone on here is a Cylon, and they tell us there's only 12 variants of human Cylons. Like, so there's 12 different looking ones. And I always thought that they were trying to make us think it was, and again, I don't remember the names, but the black girl got a lot of screen time, but she didn't really say a lot. And then she got that kiss in the middle of the episode, which was kind of weird. I think they wanted us to think that she was the Cylon. And then they dropped the bombshell at the end that it was, I mean, everyone knows if you're watching who it actually was. That's kind of crazy. Like, because I mean, you do have to act normal. And I guess they have a final mission. So you're not just going to like not pick up people and not act humane on that world that was about to die, because there's a bigger mission in the grand scheme of things. So that was kind of crazy. The kind assassin said, I really thought he had the wrong guy when he picked out the human Cylon. So did I. I thought he did too. I thought he was just like picking anyone. I didn't really think that the science, like he had the science down pat yet for that. But since the captain had fought a Cylon that was in human form, I guess they probably had enough DNA or whatever they needed, synthetic materials to test. Shira says Starbuck was also in Big Bang Theory. I never really, I mean, I watched it a little bit, but not often. I only know her from playing Bo-Katan. Um, so it was cool to see her in this. Funny, the only two things I've seen her in are sci-fi, where she flies ships. And it was cool that she was the badass fighter out of all of them. The loose cannon, who, if it was anyone else who wasn't as good, would probably get kicked off the ship, but she's just so good she could do whatever she wants, pretty much. And then The Last of Us, I don't think I really have to talk to you about how good it was, because I don't think many people didn't think it was good. But like, it's a story that zombies and stuff like that, where you think you know kind of everything and you've seen everything, you've seen The Walking Dead or just other zombie stories. But this one was a little more personal, the way they started it off with Joel and his daughter. Um, I was hoping his daughter didn't die, but I know a little bit about the video game and I know his daughter's not in it. So I had a feeling that was going to happen. Um, the way they went back to show like kind of how it started or how they thought it started, getting that doctor to kind of give a second opinion, and she was like, "There's no cure. Just drop a bomb on it." Um, and then just the progression of explaining that it's not just being bit. In most zombie stuff, it's you get bit and there's really no science behind it. It's basically the zombie, I don't know, the DNA or the saliva gets into you, turns you into a zombie. And that's pretty much it. But it was cooler, in my opinion, that they used spores and fungus, meaning like, and we all know, we probably all seen that cool viral video of I think it was a fungus that infected a snail, and you could see their head is like turning colors because the fungus is controlling it. So that's kind of, I think it's pretty like cooler to me that they did it that way, especially since they kind of show you. It's like, okay, you could either inhale the spores or you could get, bit with those tendrils that come out of the mouth to turn you. And it's not just that the virus and the fungus gets in your brain to connect you, and they show you that it's literally all throughout your body, like as you cut yourself and you could see the fungus under it. Like, that was really cool. And then we watched episode 3. That was the one with Nick Offerman, the story about, who is the one on the other end of the radio sending the signals for like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and what that all means and how that all went down. That episode was so beautiful and so sad, but I think we picked 2 winners out of the Wolverine mouth. Let's see, where am I? Chris says, Chang, you bit. That was that from the Halloween episode? It has to be, of Community, where there was like the zombie apocalypse, and then at the end they just all forgot about it. Lathea says, Chris, I just heard that in Chang's voice and had to laugh. Good job, my man. Kira, there was a spider that was infected with spores, and it's horrific how they die a slow death. Oh, like in real life? Kind Assassin says, the whole fungus mushroom thing is smart. Makes sense. Read a book that had that as a premise. What moves the dead? And then Lathea said, yes, from that episode. I do remember that episode. The episode that I watched today, and I guess I could give you a spoiler of kind of why I was disappointed in this week's episode of Community. It was the one where Chang becomes famous and he has that catchphrase in a commercial, and then he's going to do a movie with Spielberg. When the episode started, I felt joy for Chang because I've been saying it throughout all of my reactions that Chang was awesome in season 1. And I never hid my feelings for how, I guess, upset I was that they took him from being a teacher to just doing whatever they needed him to do, because he was great. But I understand that the actor Ken Jeong was huge back then and did movies, and he probably couldn't be a main cast member maybe. And so I was like, okay, this episode he becomes famous, and I really thought this was going to be like Chang's big win, where, from season 2 on, he really wants to be liked. He wants to be part of the group. 3 people leave the group. There's 3 vacancies. He finally gets to be in it, but they never really treat him like he's in it. So he becomes famous, and I was like, this is like the perfect opportunity, for the writers to write Chang off on a high. Like, he went from the top, to the bottom, to the top again. He's famous. Everyone in the study group is jealous. They could write him off into the sunset, and that's how Chang is written off the show. And they make him lose at the end, and he comes back. I was like, to me, there was no point in that episode then. It was just a random episode. But if you're in my Patreon, you could watch the full reaction. If not, you could wait till next week until it goes up and listen to my whole kind of, not a rant, but basically I'm trying in this season to only talk about the good things, but I'm not seeing a lot of good in season 6 of Community. Like, to me, so far it's not a very good season, and I don't like saying that. But I do see that Matt Berry is going to be in next week's episode of Community, so that one should be hilarious. Latia says, was it the one intro to recycled cinema? Yes. I did not like that one, and the animation actual movie was so overused, like actually try to make it like nice. I don't understand how this was believable. I did enjoy that they basically took a lot from Star Wars. But like that's the kind of episode that Troy like thrives in. It would have been so good with Troy. Shira says, I've been watching Heartstopper. Once I'm done, I'll start Agatha, but I gather you've been enjoying it. Are you and Kindness Assassin watching it together? She's not watching Agatha all along. I don't want to talk for her, but maybe when it's over, she'll binge it. It's a good show. Lathea says, I did see in season 6 that Britta's acting is amazing. I really love her. Focus on that to love it. I do love Britta, and the actress is a great actress, but that's another character that I loved in season 1, and they just make everyone make fun of her all the time, and it just gets repetitive to me, I guess. But again, like I go into every episode wanting to love it like I loved it in the past, and I don't. I just like it now. It's enjoyable. I don't necessarily look forward to Monday to watch the next episode like I used to. Like in season 1 through 3, I literally wanted to just binge the whole thing. So that's my thoughts on season 6. Lathea says, yeah, but compared to 1, her acting seems different in 6, at least in my opinion. I really noticed that after watching it. I mean, if you're just talking strictly about the actress, like her acting ability, oh, yeah. Everyone, I think, improved and evolved a lot since season 1. But sometimes I think they overuse some of her jokes, like her tree hugger jokes. They use them a lot. Like you could kind of tell when she's gonna say one. Alison Brie, though, as Annie is phenomenal. So good. And obviously Joel McHale as Jeff is always great. But the king of season 6 is Keith David. That dude, holy moly. Let's see. Latte says, also, I'll tell you the last part of the season will be nice. I hope so. Like, I really wish that the season ended where they're not at Greendale anymore. And then the movie is them having to just like link back up and do whatever they're going to do. But, and again, I think the biggest thing that like makes me scratch my head is how underutilized the Dean has been in the last 2 seasons. Because in the first few seasons, like sometimes he wasn't in the episode for a lot, but like he made an impact on the episode, whether it was just like his dialogue or what he was wearing, like his outfits. Like every week he would have a new outfit, and now I don't think he's worn an outfit since season 4. Chris says, true Latheus, the way that show ties up at the end, very clean, but very tearful. Kind Assassin says, I didn't watch WandaVision because I didn't want the preceding Marvel movie, so I thought I'd be lost. I thought we watched WandaVision together. Didn't I force you to watch that? Chris says, when that song comes in at the end or whenever, I just get emotional. Latheus, every time, can't help it. This week I do have a new, I guess you can consider it a toy or a collector's item to show that I got yesterday. Kim says, I'm sure the movie will be great, but still wondering how we'll all react to the cast of Community after so many years. I just feel like they just click. They seem like a cast that you put them together and you say action, it just works. And I'm curious to know how many of like the extra cast members, like, are they going to bring Jonathan Banks back? Are they going to bring Paget Brewster back? Are they going to bring Keith David back? I don't know who's confirmed, but is it going to be like everyone who's available, or is it just going to be the main cast? Lathea says, is there any news on the movie? I haven't heard much, but this is what I got. We got this. We ordered an ice cream sundae, and they don't put the ice cream in this, but this is the ice cream bucket, like if it were a popcorn bucket. And this is pretty cool. The ice cream cone is a spoon, so that's neat. And then this is where the ice cream would go, if I could get it open. In there. So the ice cream went in a plastic, and the plastic would just fit right there, but they didn't put it in, which I ain't mad. It's cool. And they got on the back is that. And then you got Donald over there. Let me turn it. You got Goofy over there. Pretty neat. Got a license plate. So that's the new thing. Got to figure out a place to hang it. Lathea says, I want the annoying German guys back for another history class. If they could get the Germans with Nick Kroll back, like the original, yes. Because that one was hilarious. I think that was the one where we found out that Shirley was bullying Jeff when they were kids and made him piss his pants. Oh yeah, the wheels do work. Pretty cool. Boomhauer. Yes, it was a $30 bit. Oh shoot. Boomhauer, I was just talking about how good Battlestar Galactica is. We watched the miniseries. Obviously, because that is what we're supposed to watch first. And yeah, it was amazing how it held up, how the visual effects held up, the twists and turns. Um, you know, the son thinking that it was the dad who got the other son killed when it was really Starbuck who let him pass the test, and then the twist at the end to find out who the Cylon on board was, and just all of that stuff. It was really good. So we got through the first 3 hours. Boomhauer says, hells yeah, tied with Firefly for me. Glad you enjoy it. Do you have any like questions for me? Next week, kind of Sass will be on to talk about like her thoughts, but or anything like that. Maybe I'm not gonna find Easter eggs or like funny hidden things. So, do you think there was anything in the miniseries that I might have missed? I got most of the plot, which was good to be introduced to the characters and figure out what Cylons were and how they coexisted, but then they just split up and then they came back. Yeah, the final battle scene was real good. When Starbuck had to crash into what's his name to get him back on the ship, that was dope. Matthias says, boom, 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 I want you in my room. Orwell, a Dutch group with a song. Boomhauer says, Edward almost had a caveat in his contract that there would never be any aliens in it or he could quit. Oh, okay. So it had to just be like cyborg Cylons or human looking Cylons. Okay. Oh, I came up with a headcanon. And again, I haven't been in message boards for Battlestar Galactica. I don't like look up stuff, so I'm sure many people have the same thought. I just haven't read it. but this was the first thing that came to my mind. Or like all modern day sci-fi movies like Independence Day or even Avengers and stuff like that. Whenever we get a movie, again, like Independence Day, aliens come to Earth to take it over. And what do we always say? There's a vast galaxy of planets. Why do they always come to Earth to do it? So my headcanon is that the Battlestar Galactica Mini Series is a canon event for every single sci-fi movie because, correct me if I'm wrong, in that movie they said that every inhabitable planet, I think, was destroyed and Earth was like a myth. So they're trying to get to Earth. So my thing is, all right, that's why they're always coming to Earth, because Earth is the last, I don't remember what they call it, but the last planet that hasn't been destroyed. And aliens keep coming and they just can't do it. We keep protecting the Earth. That was my headcanon. So let me know what you think of that one. Boomhauer says, Feyenoord forever, Lathias. Shira says, when the blonde Cylon snapped that baby's, oh my God. Yeah, we were sitting there. I remember I was like, what's she doing? And kind of Assassin was like, she's going to kill that baby. Kind of Assassin said, oh yeah, that was shocking one, but kind of liked how all in they went with it, just to show you how they don't care. And my takeaway with that was she wasn't doing it to be mean. She just has a mission, right? Althea says, I don't like vote ball, so hey, you do you, Boom. All the best to your club, all the way from Amsterdam. Boomhauer, the lazy who plays Six is such a good actress. I have to pull up the cast list again because I forget all their names. Battlestar Galactica cast. All right. Oh, Trisha Helfer, number 6, the female Cylon. Yeah, she was really good. Mary McDonnell was good as the president. It's funny when William Adama, the captain, was like, "Are you taking orders from a school teacher?" I was like, "Damn." Kind of Seth said, "Yeah, she's good at being AI, like curious but cold." Boomhauer, when they focus on that little girl with the missiles, oh yeah. I mean, shoot, they got to do what they got to do. That's why it's hard to be the leader and the commander. Like, if you have if the race, if your species, like, extinction is in the palm of your hand, and it's let like 10,000 people die or you go extinct, like, you have to make that hard decision. Althea said the thing Boom mentioned, Feyenoord, is a football club. From Rotterdam, the rival city of Amsterdam, usually, but I don't mind. All right, I thought it was a Battlestar thing. Yeah, with, I guess, Sharon was the twist Cylon. I really was not expecting it to be her. I thought it was going to be Anastasia Duala. That's who I thought, because they kept showing her so much. Boomhauer says, I'm excited. You're in for a roller coaster ride. Yeah, we're going to definitely watch it at our leisure. I always forget how many episodes there are. So 4 seasons. I don't think there are that many, though. Season 1 is 13. Season 2 is, I think they're all 13. Oh no, 14, 15. Oh no, season 2 is 20. Season 3 is 20. Season 4 is 21. All right, so there is like 75 episodes. Boomhauer says, I'm American, Althea, so it's not a blood feud. Let me get back to the cast. At first, I thought that, and I'm reading their names, Saul Teague was gonna end up being Starbuck's dad when they were like fighting, but wasn't. Thea says, "You're from the U.S. and you know Feyenoord? My man, you just became one of my favorites." Like, I don't even like Feyenoord, but damn, how even is that possible? Kind Assassin says, "I've already been in the subreddit." Damn, she's faster than I am. And someone posted the order to watch all things. Who else is in this cast? Oh my god. It's funny how, for me anyway, there's only a few people in this cast that I recognize from other things, like Katie Sackhoff, Edward James Olmos, Mary McDonald, Grace Park. Richard Hatch looks familiar. But besides them, I don't really recognize anybody. Oh, it looks like, well, Carl Lumbly is in it. He's probably a special guest. Boomhauer says, "I was in Rotterdam for a Netherlands national game. The whole city was done up in orange." Do you know Ajax? Is Rotterdam a city? Like Amsterdam? Boomhauer says, "Apollo was in Band of Brothers." Where is he? Jamie Bamber. Like, his face just isn't familiar to me. But he's been in a lot, but nothing that I really recognize. Movie wise, anyway. What is this? Battlestar Galactica Razor? So they have, oh, so they had a mini series, a series, and then a movie? Then what's this? Battlestar Galactica The Plan? So 2 movies? How much stuff? Yeah, Sharon is from Hawaii Five-O. I remember when the first time I saw her on screen, I was like, that is definitely the one from that show. A lot of Galactica stuff. So TV shows, Law and Order UK. Okay. So I'm guessing he's a British actor. That would oh, he was in NCIS as well? He was in Cold Case. Star Trek Continues? Interesting. Obviously, Edward James almost was in a lot of stuff. I loved him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Still going strong, 77. Actually, the guy who plays Saul, he does look a little familiar to me. But, yeah, I don't know. Boomhauer says, "Oh, come to the arena when Ajax plays. It'll be nice. I can assure you, as someone who doesn't really like football." Do. Oh, this weekend or yesterday, I set up a Facebook page for Screen Sanctum. I don't really use Facebook, but Kind Assassin said I should have a presence everywhere. So I got a Screen Sanctum Facebook. And my friend is helping me edit my website. So the homepage is a little bit different now. I've got some movie reactions on the front page, and then there's going to be a tab for trailers, and I'm going to have like a splitter banner bar. It's going to look nice. Thea said, "You misread the chat. I said that, and you missed my super important comment about Rotterdam." Boomhauer and Latheus, this is like their own personal chit chat. Oh, Kira said, "Yeah, there's other miniseries that were in between the main show. Razor is my favorite." Who else? True Seattleite's not here this week. She must be busy. Is Shira still with us? Whew. Usually I get warm when I'm doing my live stream. It's a little chilly in here today. Doo-doo. I think maybe when we finish The Last of Us, we'll do another, since we have all the names in the mouth, when we're done with The Last of Us, like that next live stream, maybe we'll just pick another one out that's already in there. Doo-doo-doo. Chris, there's a roadmap of what you need to watch while watching. Lithia said maybe the spooky season makes it chilly. Yeah, and it's probably I don't get a lot of sun in this room, but next Tuesday is the nightmare before Christmas, just like we did Robin Hood. So we'll probably be on the couch, relaxing, watching the movie. Shira says it's finally starting to cool down. Kind Assassin says, I have a feeling we're going to watch Last of Us fast. Yeah, it's really good. Today's episode was an hour and 15 minutes, and it was like, flew by. The kind of, oh, when you kept, oh my God, you were saying, oh, I forgot. The last one? Was that it? Are we going to watch the last one? Or one of us? Was it one of us? But so I was wondering, Super in my city, there are already Christmas decorations. Oh my God. There'll be Christmas decorations up the day after Halloween here. Boomhauer says, we watched a show called The Gentleman on Netflix. It was pretty good. Kind of says, I don't remember. I think it was one of us. I think. Okay, click off of this. Live streams looking good. Althea says, so there will be Christmas decorations quite soon. Yeah. We don't really do Thanksgiving decorations. It's just basically fall. I mean, turkeys and stuff, but Christmas will be up soon. Definitely in our convenience stores like pharmacies and stuff. I think there's actually already Christmas stuff being sold for decorations. Yeah, Boomhauer said the same. Nothing up yet, but the stores are full of decorations. He is correct. Oh, the other thing we bought a new pin lanyard. Boomhauer said jinx. Let's see. Chris says, I ordered holiday candy corn. Oh, I love candy corn. And even when I answered the door right away to fetch the package, some of it had been melted. Oh, that's terrible. Whenever I go, I want to buy candy corn, but the bags are too big. Like I can't eat the bags, even the ones that are like this big, but then they have the bags that are like this big. I just want a little bag of candy corn. Kind Assassin said, ew. Althea says, I usually notice for the fact that they put up these decorations all over the street since it's quite dense, but it's just weird if it's too early. Yeah. I feel you. I definitely feel you. Oh, this is the pin lanyard we got. So we had one already. It was really long and uncomfortable to wear around your neck. And then we've been looking for a Tinkerbell pin. And for some reason, it's really hard to find one in the parks, like a nice Tinkerbell pin. And then we found a Tinkerbell lanyard that has a Tinkerbell at the bottom. So you don't even really need the pin. And then we have all of our pins and it like fits perfectly. You got Oogie Boogie. This one is my Doctor Strange one. This one is Piglet and Eeyore. This is Baby Pooh. This is a Disney 100 commemorative pin. And then this one is, what does it say? My happy place is with you. It's Kit. It fits perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, the other one, this one goes like, it doesn't get to my belly button. The other one almost goes to my leg. So it's hard to walk around with it. I almost was tempted to buy a mystery box of pins to open here, but I decided against it because when it comes to pins, we're kind of very particular about it. And if we got two that we didn't like, like we wouldn't even put them on here probably. It takes us a while to pick out a pin. So that's why I didn't do it. Lathea says, oh yeah, I hate that the Nazis bombed Rotterdam, but now is a modern, there's like a whole side conversation going on. Chris said, let's take a field trip to Amsterdam. We'll do it Euro trip style. Yeah, we all got to go to Amsterdam and then we all got to go to Arizona. For sure. Oh, I just read that Rick and Morty just got renewed for like season 10 and 11. That's crazy. I mean, it is a good show. It's hilarious. I haven't gotten up to season 7 yet, so I'm not sure. I know everyone has their concerns or their thoughts about the new season with like the new voices and stuff. So I'm guessing it was good if it got renewed. Boomhauer says, I'd move to Holland tomorrow if they let us. Kind Assassin says, Amsterdam, yes. Arizona, yes. Matthias says, actually, if anyone ever goes here, let me know. I'll happily give you a little tour. True Seattleite. We were just talking about you a couple minutes ago. Yeah. I don't know. The Kind Assassin, have you ever been to Amsterdam? I know you've been more places than I have. But if you have it, we could put it on the list. Oh, I randomly was thinking about an not old show, like old, a previous show that I used to watch last night. Did any of you ever watch Blind Spot? I used to freaking love Blind Spot. Kira says, Chris, you just want to go to Club Vander Sex. Oh my God. I swear, I really wish we all lived really close. Just go to a bar and chill. Athea says, the Kind Assassin for sure. I always love meeting new people and again, teaching and showing the best spots in the city. You can hold me to that. Chris said, yes, yes, I do. Speaking of BSG cameos. Damn, this coffee is making my mouth water. I could hear it. Kira says, oh, that's right. She was in that movie. Boomhauer says, it would be very cool to hang with y'all in real world. Well, we have to make it happen. I know obviously Arizona is the closest and it's the cheapest for us, like me, to get there because you could drive a few hours and there's a few people in Arizona. And then Amsterdam is obviously far, but I've never been there. And it would be on the list to go at some point. So that'd be cool. Shear says, indeed, Boomhauer, we'd paint the town red. True Seattleite, I'd totally go out for drinks and a couple of gummies if I live close to you guys. And yeah, Seattle is close too. And that's a place that I've wanted to go to because I heard I know everyone says it's dark and rainy, but everyone I know tells me to go there. Boomhauer says, sorry, fat fingers. Oh my God. Althea says, whose here is closest located to Amsterdam? I bet all of you would have many hours flight. Yeah, well, we're in obviously California, so let's do a Google search. Flight time to Amsterdam. Our flight would be 10 hours and 20 minutes, which, like, it's long, but I'm from New York. Like, from New York, that's only 5 hours. That wouldn't have been too bad. Chris says Seattle has great food and sights. I vote for that. Thea says, so that's probably the furthest you could get. Boomhauer, Houston to Amsterdam, 6 or 7. Probably, I would guess. Like New York, yeah, New York to Amsterdam would be like 5 hours. And then New York to LA is about 5 hours. So it's kind of like New York is right in between. Boomhauer, Seattle's a great place. True. Woohoo! Matthias, I think you might win at that one, Boomhauer. Kira says, I was thinking it couldn't be that long a drive to Amsterdam, then realized there was an ocean to cross. Kinda Sass says, traveling to Europe from West Coast sucks. East Coast of Europe is so easy. Yeah, East Coast to Central America too, or like the Caribbean. New York to like Dominican Republic and Aruba is not that bad. It's because everything besides Mexico, everything else out of the country really is closer to the East Coast. Chris says, unless we could rent a submarine, that would be dope. A high speed sub. Oh, excuse me. I just want to see drive time to Arizona. No, it's not 9 hours. No. I thought it was less than that. Interesting. Boomhauer says he'd love to go to Aruba. I was there once. That's what got me addicted to the beach. Matthias says, yeah, even from the Netherlands to our other countries, it's quite easy, cheap. Yeah, I like the area like around France. That high speed rail goes to so many places. Matthias, compared to California as it sounds. Yeah, we're far. Really far. I think technically True Seattleite would be further because she's north of us. So I think technically she is the furthest. Matthias says, wait, Aruba? That's one of the countries of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Oh, well, then I have been in the Netherlands. Kind Sass says, West in US is so big. All the states are giant. Matthias says, that was what I was talking about. Such a coincidence. Cool. Oh my God. Oh man. Tomorrow's Wednesday again. Tomorrow is Agatha Day. Boomhauer says, so nothing in the Pacific Indian Ocean areas anymore. Let me just see something. I could have swore Arizona, Phoenix wasn't that long. Directions. Yeah, here to Phoenix is only 6 hours. Well, not only, but that other one said 9. I was like, that, yeah. So it's a 6 hour drive, probably, what, a 45-minute flight? Something like that. What is Buckeye, Arizona? Althea says, Boomhauer, oh boy, no, that was a bad part of the history. These current countries are willfully part of the kingdom. They got the choice just like other regions. Some decided to split. Kira says, if the US ever gets that supersonic train built, getting across the country would be so easy. If that is the biggest question here, is if. supposed to be the best country in the world, and we can't even get like a high speed infrastructure going. It's crazy. Do. All right. What was I looking at? Kind Assassin says never gonna happen. Probably not. Boomhauer says good to learn. True Seattleites asked, did everyone vote? Yeah, I got my ballot a week ago, I think. And I live right by one of those, I don't know what it's called. It's not a ballot. I mean, it is a ballot box. It's a mailbox dedicated only for ballots. It's right by the library, so I can just walk there. Chris says, yeah, Japan puts us to shame with their technology. They do. Boomhauer says 12 to 15 hours just to drive across Texas. That's not. It's crazy how big Texas is. I think one of the weirdest things is how maps are drawn, like how land was divided, like why Texas looks like that. It's like, oh, you could have this from like the east of Texas is like, fairly straight. And then it's like, yeah, we're going to go above Amarillo, then straight line left, then straight line down, then straight line left. It's crazy. Boomhauer's voting on Friday. Chris has got his ballot in the mail days ago. I'll be running to the church soon. Kira, yes, we're voting for democracy on this ballot. Kind Assassin, Idaho. Like, what the fuck? What? True Seattleites, I love the San Antonio Riverwalk. So pretty. Idaho. Where is Idaho? Where is Idaho? Texas, Alberta, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Wyoming. Oh, here's Idaho. Oh, I have to zoom out. Yeah, Idaho is a weird one too. Shira says, I'm voting for Kirk Spock. I like to have reproductive rights. Thank you. Indeed. True Seattleite says next to Washington. Yeah, Idaho is a weird state. I like Wyoming. Wyoming is literally a square, according to this map. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but it is a square. Though it does like take some of Utah. Lathea says, as a duchy, I'm actually following the U.S. elections and stuff so much. It finally feels it has hope. Well, we never know until it's over, unfortunately. Chris says 100% the true Seattleite. Boomhauer says thumbs up Shira. Yeah, Florida's a weird state too. The one thing I want to do that is pretty cliche is stand in the middle of Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico, where you could be in 4 states at once. I've never done that. I want to do it. Jesus, it's almost 8 o'clock already? Time flies when we chat. Kira says, I feel so bad. Other countries looking at the U.S. and thinking, are they okay over there? Yeah. True Seattle says the 4 corners. Boomhauer, I like to build a wall around Florida. That would be cool. Oh my gosh. Shira says, yeah, we need one. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say now. What was it about? Yeah. The worst thing, and I'm not great at politics and stuff, but the one thing that we always try to get is, I don't like to say free as in like just handouts. Like, everyone pays taxes, and a lot of other countries you could go to school for free, and some health cares are free, or like single payer and stuff like that. And we don't have that. And then people are like, oh, like we could never have that because it doesn't work. And we're like, we're not the only place in the world. Like, do you see it working in other places? Like, there was somewhere, I think they did a test where they gave like every single person $1,000 a month for free to see what happens. And, everyone was like, oh, people are just going to blow it and never go to work. But people actually went to work with it. Like they were just motivated. They had the money to do whatever, like get gas for your car, feed yourself. And like they weren't just leeching off of it. And then somewhere else did like the 4-day work week and it seemed to work. And we can't do any of that shit. Boomhauer says the billionaires don't. Yeah. We need free healthcare for sure. Chris says, yeah, I feel bad that this one YouTuber I follow went to Florida and got stuck in the hurricane. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Boomhauer says, LOL, Chris. And he came from the UK. He should have stayed there. Yeah. It's out of control. Oh, man. I don't have anything else, I don't think. I went through everything. I showed. Oh, wait. I think True Seattle, it wasn't here. I have to show what we got yesterday. This, when we ordered an ice cream sundae, we got this. Dude, the wheels work. And this is a spoon. So that's pretty cool. All right. Yep. That's pretty much all I have. So as we said, next week, well, the kind assassin is chatting, but she'll also apologize for not being on today. She's just been real busy and tired. So she'll be on next week. If we finish The Last of Us by next week, then we'll take the mouth and pick another show. And we will be watching The Nightmare Before Christmas next week. So we'll chat while we're watching. True Seattle, where did you get that? Disneyland. Got it at Disneyland. So yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday. I have to wake up. I'm going to watch Rick and Morty. Then I'm going to watch We'll Be Doing the Shadows, the 3rd episode. And then Agatha All Along tomorrow night at 6. So it's going to be a busy day. All in all, throughout, also send out resumes. Chris says, I don't think he's cringe pro-US at Latheus. He's funny reactor. Adam Kozer. I dig the Irish accent. I don't know who that is. But again, thank you all for showing up. And as always, if you have the time and the email address, feel free to sign up to my free Patreon tier. It's free. You could watch a couple of things for free, but it also makes my Patreon look better, I guess, with the more subs that are there, even if, because no one knows how many people are paid in free. So it just makes it look nicer. What did I miss? Latheus says, you did notice his change, right? Latheus says, thanks, Screen Sanctum. Thank you all as well. Everyone sleep well. Chris, watch the main channel. Maybe I missed something. Kind assassin. Bye, everyone. See you next time. Good chatting. Yeah, it'll be nice. Gotta find this right here. Boomhauer, thank you. Have a good week. See you next Inner Sanctum meeting. Yep, I will see you all. And keep an eye out. I might live stream video games. Kind assassin might, when she finishes Star Wars Outlaws, we don't know when it's going to be, but she's going to live stream that. So, all right. Good night, everyone. See you on the next video and on the next live stream. So, peace, guys.